Editing a film is like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. There are distinct pieces that go in particular places that allow you to make a complete scene. What's happening, guys? Dan Debenham here. Happy to see your little smiling faces again. Happy to see that we're on this journey and that we're learning and that we're interested and we're making ever so slight changes and tweaks to make our videos and our films just that tiny bit better and quicker and more polished, or whatever word you want to use to make it, the quality is going up and up and up. Every single time we do something and we add to our repertoire of skills. So today we're talking about cutting to a beat. Now, I've done a few videos on editing to music and what have you, and I'll link them up here, just so that periodically throughout the video you can go back and watch those other ones, which is editing to a jump and all the rest of it, and we'll go ahead and watch those as well. But for today we're looking at editing to a beat, but we're doing it in a professional way. Now, I've done editing to beat before. We're using markers and all this kind of thing. Again, there'll be videos up here that show that. But there is some science behind how editing to a beat works that makes a great edit look great above a good edit that sort of edits to a beat. And so what I'll do is I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stick a video up now of editing to a beat. So this video is edited to a beat. Take a look.
We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Looks alright, doesn't it? Looks really, really good. There's not really much of a problem to it. Now let me show you a video edited to a beat professionally. Take a look at this.
We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
There's something just slightly different to it, isn't there? It's so subtle that an ordinary viewer probably wouldn't notice it. But the reason they don't notice it is because it's exactly how it should be. You don't feel that jarriness with the first video that you did. You got this sort of like, it was almost like boom, cut, boom, cut, boom, cut. Whereas this is much more subtle and much more flowing and much more like the music and the video are married together as one sort of complete package. And there is science behind that. And the science is pretty simple to understand. You don't have to go too in depth with it. It's just understanding how humans work. And the reason this works is because you need to understand that not all our senses are built equally. So when you think of sound and vision, our hearing is pretty primitive. It goes in your ears, it makes a noise, goes to your brain, processed. Job done, you've heard it. Sound, on the other hand, is a little bit more complex. And so you see something, it goes into your eyes, it goes to your cortex, etc., 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 and it travels all the way around. It actually crosses over and goes in and crosses over and then goes round the back, and that takes a tiny little bit more time to process than your hearing does. So to combat that in editing, what we do is when we're editing to a beat, we'll move the cut of the beat one frame forward, so you see the cut happen a frame before you hear the sound. And that means it gives your brain one frame in time to process that signal before the sound comes in, which means it sounds and looks like it's together, but actually it's slightly offset. So let's have a look in Premiere Pro and let's just show you how those look differently, and then we'll play them again and you can see exactly how it's done. So in Premiere Pro, we've got our sequence in place and we've cut it and we've got our markers set out. And these show, if we zoom in slightly, these show that we have a marker, and at each marker we've got a cut. So we can see we've got that actually on the beat, and it's all, if we just zoom into this one particular marker, you can see that the cut is on the beat basically. So straight there it is. So we know the beats are there and we're going to cut on each beat, and that's going to give us our sequence. So in order to cut one frame in advance, what we need to do is we need to zoom in as much as we possibly can, and that allows us to see each individual frame marked out on our timeline. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to move the timeline playhead one frame forward from the beat where we've cut. Grab the marker, move it across by one frame so we can see where we are, and then we can then input our clip. So in my case, we're going to move that across one frame so that the beat happens a frame after the actual cut. So you've seen how it's done. Let's have a look at both the clips side by side now, one after the other. And then you can see the differences between the two clips and how they look slightly different.
We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
So I hope this was useful for you, and I hope that you did find it useful. I'm sure you can put this to use. It will tidy up your edit slightly. It will make it feel much more of a flow rather than a jarring cut with a beat in between each one, or whatever you're cutting on. And it will ultimately polish that product, polish that video, so that it feels more natural to the viewer. So I hope you did enjoy it. Hope you found it useful. As I say, please do like and subscribe below. I never know which side those are on. They're down there. Go and press them. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.